my garden rebels. Hey, today I want to tackle something ever so slightly different, and it's this. It's giving you a peek behind the scenes. It's January, February right now, right? February technically, and you'd think that in the plant business it's a slow, easy time, but it is far from that. It's very hectic, lots of things going on, lots of plantings, but also new testing on prototypes for new items here at the Garden Corner. I want to go over one particular prototype that we've been working on, give you, like I said, a peek behind the scenes on what it takes for a prototype, a thing that we imagine to actually become a real working item that is amazing for you in the garden. All those little details coming up. Oh, that reminds me, and I know Toby's gonna want to tap me on the shoulder and remind me to remind you guys that if you're hoping, remember, if you're hoping to have hanging baskets in a particular color combination, now is the time to click and pre-order those baskets, because those plugs are arriving, the soil's arriving, we're filling up baskets, and we're getting everything ready. The order goes into Toby. Once you click, the order goes into Toby, and Toby goes directly to Hannah. Hannah organizes the actual planting, make sure that you get what you want exactly. And remember too, another little inside bonus is that if you click and pre-order your baskets, you're also one of the first to get your baskets, because it's one of the first plantings. And that way you get the longest time to enjoy your basket. Just a little heads up, make sure you get those pre-orders in. Anyways, we are talking about a prototype. So what I have in mind particularly is our curved stands. We created that curved stands a few years ago, and it's been a big hit. We were at a customer's house and we were in their landscape, and they wanted a hanging basket contraption of some sort that would hang in amongst their shrubbery, so give you this magic pop of color, and didn't want to have it sitting on a stand. We have those adjustable stands as well, but they wanted it kind of hanging, because a hanging basket's magic is, I think, a lot of it is that they're hanging. And so we developed this curved stand, but we've noticed some little glitches, is that they're difficult to get home. You gotta slide it in your car in a certain way just so you don't get hooked on anything while you're driving, and they're impossible to ship across the country. So someone outside of our range wants those magical curved stands. It's difficult, super difficult, impossible right now to ship. So we thought, maybe is there a way that makes it easy for us around here to get those home, and for folks across the country who want to get that magic stand as well. So we've been working on these prototypes, and prototypes are difficult because you try the first and then you just realize, oh hey, this has a little glitch in it. So you rework it, rethink it, and try it again, and we get another set of prototypes and try this. Oh yeah, but then we find a whole different glitch, and it goes back and forth and back and forth. And right now I think we're on one of the last stages. Hopefully this is the last test that we have to do before we can get this into production, so we can get them here by this spring. So let me show you. So, ta-da! These right here are our curved stands, and we were so excited to introduce those. And I can tell you the story on those. We made that curved stand, says, oh yeah, let's run with that. And then we set it in production, made hundreds and hundreds of them, and turns out they weren't exactly right. So a little glitch on this particular stand here is that our base on the bottom was just too small. And what it made is the curved, sometimes it would fall forward or fall around, especially as the wind picked up and moved those baskets around. Now, we have these are our old prototypes. You know, I had hundreds and I didn't know what to do with them, and so we put them along the front of our parking lot, and I've got them stabilized particularly, but I wouldn't want to send those to customers' houses just because I know that issue and I wouldn't want to push that on anybody. But it kind of gives you the start. Those are our curved stands. But we also found out that during production, we would oftentimes have a slightly different angle each time we had these made. So if you notice on this particular stand, it's again one of our old prototypes, is that the balance where this basket is not directly centered over the actual base. So it was a little slightly off. So it really kind of leans forward like that. And we've noticed that if we have different sizes of baskets on here, that we get different centers of gravity. So we've had to figure that out as well. Oh my gosh, my heart is pumping so hard because it's just really exciting. I hope this really goes well. So far, the centers of gravity are way back behind the center of the stand, which is picture perfect because we found out that when we made it picture perfectly over the center of the stand, that when we put our weight of our basket, it would slightly put that off. So we decided, well, let's make that center of gravity a bit further behind, so you can see that it's just so slightly off that when we put that hanging basket on, it should make it just right. I did find a small detail that on that actual part of that curve, that it should be nice and easy for a person to just be able to latch on their basket, because it's going to be heavy. So you want to have that latch nice and easy to just click right on. Just click, click, click. I am totally excited. Things look really good. Now, other areas we've tested before, but I wanted to test that center of gravity particularly. And small things on this particular, like this hook needs a little bit more clearance, so it's a nice easy hook. That can be fixed in production. There's this little bit of difference on these ends here between the stands so that they click in there nicely, and it's nicely but also very tight, so there's not a whole lot of movement going on there. So small details, and we'll get that in production. Hopefully we're going to see that this spring. Guys, that's the tips and tricks for this week. Always live your passion. I'm not sure if there were any tips or tricks, but there it is.